Hey guys, what's going on? Yes, I found my glasses. Yes, and it makes me look even more dorkier. But, that's the way it goes. That's how it goes. You can see more of my home. It's been a while since you could do all that stuff. I got my project out of the way. We have a guy here. His name was Mel Fisher. He's dead now. But he was the one who found the wreck of the Etosha, brought up all this, he's a treasure salver. Well, his family puts out a show and a big party for him at the Casa Marina. It's a place here on the beach. So I got myself some good sun today, even though I was wearing a hat. Oh my goodness! But that's how it is. But it's his birthday, and they have a great big birthday. They have a great big birthday party for him out there. So you know, I can help but recognize that I can be and have been more along the cantankerous kind of way. I like to think about it like tough love. Well, I just went and saw my mom and dad, and in this business of you know Jupiter being in retrograde, and it's a big situation there where we revisit our pasts in a lot of ways. Going backwards, it's retrograde. So a lot of things happen. Like when Mercury is in retrograde, it has to do with communication because Mercury is the messenger between us and God. But these other influences and things like that from these other planetary bodies influence us as well. And of course, we know how Saturn takes care of us with Kronos. He's the one who's waking us up in the morning, make sure you get your work going because you have work to do. And he makes sure you get up. He's the time, he's clocks, he's about, you know, one thing after another. He is the seasons. It's crazy. It's father. It's very interesting how it works out that way. But you know, I think of it as a tough love because we've been shackled. But the Bible tells us right off the bat, it says we just can't really. We just have some kind of a vague view of God's opinion. Otherwise, we would understand that God just sees us as murdering fools, by killing our child. That we are child, we are uh, believers in that Moab, whatever the guy is who we serve our child to, so Moloch or any of these guys, Baal. That's that's us. That's how we come to life on our earth here, and unbeknownst to us that we are this beast, and because it's a you got to give something for this. You're not going to get this. You're just not going to get this for free. We have to give up our child, and so that's how it's represented in our Bible. Is that Cain kills Abel, and Cain is the real side of the person. That's you. All right, that's the person. That's father. Okay, and the brother would be your child, your soul. That's the messenger, and he's gone. Right. So with him gone, mom's gone. It's just father and you know, and the soul's along for the ride. It's not dead. The soul is the light and everything. You know, but it's sent on a ride first for you, for your sake, to become something. Whether or not you're going to be a good person or you're going to be a bad person. It'll be the environment that you grow up in that causes this situation, and then how are you going to react to it? And that's the test. And so through years and years, if people feel like they keep caught in a rut and they're going over and over and over again, well, there's something that's not being tended to, and it won't. It'll keep following you around until it's gone. And these are things that are actually how you're working out ways of opening chakras and forgiving them. How do you hate someone? How do you forgive somebody? How do you love someone? How these are all things that could help learn and open up doors. Do you complete things? That's what's in our astrology, in our own signs. We have the good side of us and we have a bad side of us. And it appears as if we are meant to try to gain control over all of these aspects of ourselves, because everyone is pointed to the 4 and 20 elders in the sky, and that is the zodiac system. So these are the elders. These are some energy system of the stars in the skies themselves that have a direct influence on us as well, as long as we're living, saying that we are children of light. Do you understand? And in our Bible, we're number 3. The third is stars. Father is sun, and then we got the sun, S-U-N, and then mother would be the moon, and then we would have the star would be you and I, and then the fourth one winds up being heaven. So you see that that's the play out of the first 4 that represents the human being, the person himself, mom, dad, son, and the relationship of God. All right. But we'll find that because of this idea that mom's not there, we have this moon sitting in between us. This is another form of mom. Mom winds up being a female energy, of course, because it's we go to comfort. It's meant to be a comfort, a comforter. So this is where religion takes its place. This is something that comes between us and God, all right, and the moon. And God in these situations, you could just understand it, how they get mixed up with sun worshiping and all, but that's the sun. All right, the sun. All right, so the sun, the moon comes between the human being, the sun, the S-U-N, S-O-N. I'm so dyslexic, guys, it's crazy. It'll make you crazy. The moon comes between the Son of Man and the sun on the earth, sun in the sky. God. Anyways, it's the moon that comes between us, and moon represents religion. She is the bitch of scripture that I talk about all the time. She's the trespass. She's the one that runs off with Father. And remember, Father basically just represents the lower mind. And the lower mind in our Bible, in our world, okay, is Satan or Mara, the tempter. What a great teacher, all right? And you are, whether or not you become good or bad. I was an ornery kid. If I could just tell you, if my mom could just tell you, oh, what an ornery kid Ricky was, But those were my children. Oh man, I learned so much, and because of the ways of the kinds of things that I recognize myself as, I'm a really nice dude now. I've made up for a whole mess of shit. It just represents things that what you did when you were a child, you can't do that anymore. Because that moon is the wonderful part of this changing over story, is that mother comes in. When we finally make it through all our being, unclean, hanging out Father, burping and laughing and kissing and carrying on and all, growing our hair is the term, we are just growing our hair and having a grand old time. So without mom, you wouldn't do things with mom around. Goddamn, so it's taking her out of the picture altogether. So, you're on your own, and you really feel like you are. God, the book tells you God's gone. Everyone's waiting for Jesus. Jesus gone. You should understand how you've been left all by yourself. And the way they read the Bible, you'll have to go to a preacher to go find any Lord. You got to go to that moon. You're going to have to go to her to get your comfort. You're going to be a lover of men because instead of going to the womankind for the comfort, because mom's gone, you're going to have to go to a man now who's the woman, representing the woman. But he's also the lower mind. He's an extension from father. That's his bitch. And so while mother's away, the cat will play and stuff. So, and what that does is that causes us all to be adulterous in this because while mom's away, so we are adulterous generations, and that's represented in our Bible as a unbalanced mind. All you have is the male side of your mind, the carnal mind, all by himself. And he's strong. He's horns. He's red with anger. He's this beast of scripture. He's 666. That's God. Jesus. This is the devil. The beast. That's you. In all of its forms, that's basically that's what they made us out to be. That's the potential. That's the potential. But it's really just, the beast is grazing on the field. He's not doing any digging around. He's not tilling the field. Let the animal do it. Let the animal, instead of man do it. What has happened is that man wind up get the animal to do it for him. And they just plow behind them. But they don't have to do any of it themselves. Well, they got to do their own work. We've been totally let off of this thing, But when this mother comes about, this mother, the moon, on there's four businesses again. We have the sun and the moon and the stars in heaven. All right, it goes. The sun goes dark. That's when the man side, the mind, goes to sleep. That's when you're taking no thought. You put father to sleep. So that's the sun goes dark. The moon no longer shines its light. It goes dark, or there's sackcloth. All right. What that means is that it can no longer put any more of its influence on you. It can no longer. It's not going to come between you anymore. You and God. Because it also turns red. So it goes red. That's mom coming in. Mom's the Holy Ghost. And that red is wine. It's type they call it blood, but it's wine. It's spirit. And she just copies, it fills the whole thing up. This idea of a stone coming and turning into a mountain and filling up the whole earth with it. This is mother. This is this coming in. This is New Jerusalem from above. She's coming in. She's free. She's free. She's not the Jerusalem that's down below, that's in bondage. No, it's not. Those are two different places. And that's outside. We're talking inside. She comes and fills the whole place. And now it belongs to God. And Father's still there. It's just he lost his horns. His horns gone. The lower mind's gone. We were circumcised from the lower side. That's what they asked to do. Honor mom and dad. Honor mom and dad. And you will have followed Jesus' way to get there. All he asks is just follow his commands. And that's it. And here everyone's looking for the end of time. Oh, got all themselves going this way, believing all this shit's real and all that stuff. Even Jesus and all this. This is all about you. It's all about you. It's always been about you. You got to get that there, you thick heads. Get your head together. Pull it together. That's what the gathering is, bringing together the brethren. When 2 or 3 are gathered together, that's 5. That's your whole senses, 5 senses. When you can gather us all together, Jesus would be in the midst. The midst is inside. So it's about going into meditation. Bring us all together. Let's bring us in. We're all coming in together. Build yourself an ark. We're going to go meet her. We're going to go meet her. We got to have some way of getting to mom. Kind of go find her. Mom's very important. She's very important. You find that seed first, and he'll take you right to mom. Anyways, people on this earth, they really want off. I don't know where that came from. They just want off. It's a shitty place. But do you know that I live in paradise? I mean, in my apartment, I'm an artist. It's my studio. This is how I always live. There's no hurricane or poverty or anything like that. I just have my own life, and I get to do as I wish and stuff like that. I'm absolutely in heaven, all right? But I feel for people. And where I come from, I walk out the door, I can see poverty right there. I see these poor people, and this and that, and all that, well, I've been here for a good long time. I've been helping out for a good long time. Some places in life, it's just hell. Life is hell. Living. It's our trade-off. Some people wind up hell. Think that all they got to do is die and they'll be over it. Well, hope they get a better set of circumstances, because they don't. There's no rest. This is why they say that if you cannot come and find this other side, you'll get no rest. So I can feel bad for people, especially if it's my friends, and I kind of open my mouth to try to say something to help and say, well, it ain't working, so I can't tell. I can't tell. It ain't working. I do understand the whole idea that you cannot save people that know you. You can't. They don't even believe you in the first place. It is a Rick. Doesn't matter. Most people want to get the hell out of Dodge for whatever the reason is, and it's just, the times are tough. They made it tough. That's what we get. This world around us is supposed to be this way. We're supposed to be thirsty. We're supposed to never get any rest. It's supposed to be one of our incentives to try to find this other side, to drink this well from what's inside of us so that we won't go thirsty no more. This idea of there's no water on land. When the big tide comes, when that deluge comes at 40 days and 40 nights of rain, as in the days of Noah, let it come. Let go of the land. Let go of the land. Drift off into that water. That water has a place for you. It has a place. And so just follow that water till you get there. But learn to let go of the land, you guys. And some of the symbolism of that is that you're doing bands when you're living in your world of bands, like cows. The banded cows or banded is that or getting married, a ring, a circle. It's when you are going up the ladder, getting to that sixth chakra, which is the end of the vine for everybody. Unless you can jump over to that next side. But the end of the vine is the sixth chakra. That's the last as far as you can go. And if you cannot move that rock, if you can't move that off the well, it ain't gonna open. So you've got to be able to open that place right there. There's a gate to the well, and it just takes a little bit of time. I understand, Don't give up. But otherwise, you come right back down again. And then you go back up and you come back down again. In Buddhism, it's when you go from the land to this coast. And then you go back into the land and you go to the coast, but you never go into the water. You have to get off. There's a lot of people running up and down the shoreline. All of these texts are connected. Yes, they are. A good number of them are, but we can just single out other ones that aren't. But these guys, there's a good mess of religions that all fall suit along with this code to be our works wherever we pop up on land. Wherever our soul travels, it's going to have a set of instructions looking at them and looking at you at face value. And it's going to be up to you one day to look just a little further than the surface. I love you guys. Hope you got something out of this.